Now, leadership is a very, very popular subject. Every day we talk about leaders, we talk about who is a leader, we talk about everywhere, every system, every community, every gathering we find ourselves, there is always the subject of a leader. Where 2 or 3 people are gathered, there is always the subject of who is leading, who is the lead guy. If you're in a meeting, wherever you go, and there is a group of people gathered, there is always the subject of somebody who is going to stand tall on behalf of the people. We are not unfamiliar with the subject of leadership, but I think the detailed education, understanding what leadership really entails, is a continuing conversation that we must continue to have. This is why today we have decided to have a workshop on leadership. This workshop is going to contain 6 sessions, and we are going to begin the first session. And in this first session, we are going to look at the foundation of leadership. Now, leadership is not just about holding title or having authority as commonly perceived. It is about influence, it is about vision, it is the ability to inspire others towards a common goal. The trust of leadership is not in your ability to command respect by the title or the position you hold. No, it is on your ability to influence people, your ability to provide vision, and your ability to inspire other people to thrive towards a common goal or towards a common objective. Now, whether you are leading a small team, a small group of people, or you are leading an organization, or you are leading a community initiative, understanding the foundation of leadership is very, very critical to your leadership success. Now, it's important to also understand and establish the fact that leadership is not about being in a position. Everyone is a leader. Everyone is born to lead. Where you lead from, how you lead, is the subject of conversation. And how effective a leadership can be measured is also the subject of conversation. How do we know that a leader is successful? So in this session, we are going to explore the core principles of leadership, the difference between leadership and management, and we're also going to look at the various leadership styles and how to assess your leadership strength as a person. Because as we have said, everyone in a group, in every setting, is a leader. So what is leadership? Leadership is the ability to guide, influence, and support individuals or groups towards achieving a goal. Leadership is not confined to job titles or position of power. It is demonstrated through actions, decisions, and the ability to inspire confidence in other people. Great leaders have qualities such as vision, emotional intelligence, resilience, and the ability to adapt to change. They empower others and create the environment where people are able to thrive. When we talk about people being able to thrive, we're talking about an environment that brings out the potentials in people. Environment that engineer people, that encourage people to be authentic, to be realistic, to be progressive, and to be pragmatic. Now, let us look at some of the key differences between leadership and management. The focus of leadership is on inspiration, influence, and setting the direction or creating an enabling environment. Whereas management focuses on organizing, planning, and ensuring operational efficiency. Right? Management has to do with processes. Is the process followed? Is the expected outcome achieved? Leadership focuses on inspiring people. It focuses on influencing the behavior of people. It focuses on creating that environment that enable people to follow the processes, right? So a good leader possesses both leadership qualities and management skills. But leadership goes beyond administrative tasks, which is what management is all about, to include vision, motivation, personal connection with the people that you are dealing with. A manager does not really care about the personal emotions of the people who are working under him. But a leader who is a manager cares about the emotions, cares about the appearance, cares about the feelings of the people who are working within that environment, and it creates the environment that enables people to pour out their heart, they enable people to pour out themselves, they enable people to go extra mile, right? Now, let us look at some of the various leadership styles. Why are we talking about leadership style, and why is it critical? Because as we said, leadership is the bedrock of every success that organizations and businesses and individuals can record. However, different situations, different scenarios would call for various styles of leadership that need to be employed. Now, we are not going to be talking about becoming a transformational leader and remaining a transformational leader. No, we are talking about your ability to navigate from one style of leadership to another style of leadership, depending on what the situation is demanding, depending on what the circumstances requires. And so these various leadership styles we are going to examine are not leadership styles that you choose. No, they are leadership styles that you implement according to the situation that best suit the style. And the first one is what? Autocratic leadership. Now, autocratic leadership is a type of leadership or a type of situation that enables the leader to make decisions independently with little input from the team members. There will always, in every leadership experience and in every dispensation, where you have to independently make a decision for others without necessarily seeking the input of other people because of what? Time constraint, available resources, right? So there is that situation where you will find yourself as a team member, as a team lead, where you have to make a decision that will impact the project that everybody is working on, that will impact the conduct of every other person, but you are doing so for the interest of every other person. As a team member, there are decisions you have to make. Every team member, every member of the team, every member of the group, there are decisions they have to make, and they have to be autocratic about it. They don't have to seek the opinion of other people, because sometimes, even though it is personal, but then it is going to impact the way other people or the way the team is constituted. So that requires is a form of what? Autocratic leadership. The next form of leadership is what? Democratic leadership. Democratic leadership is a system of leadership that is employed in an environment that requires, or in a situation, in a circumstance, in a project that requires the input of everybody around. Now, in democratic leadership, we seek the input, we seek the opinion, and we want everybody to contribute. Why? The situation requires everybody to be part of the decision-making process. The situation to achieve result requires that everybody make their input. You don't want to sideline anybody, right? So you want to get as many opinion pools as possible to be able to come to a conclusion, because in doing so, you're able to come up with a more sound, a more resounding decision. Then we have what we call the transformational leadership. Transformational leadership focuses on what? On inspiring and motivating team members to achieve their highest potential. Pursuant to autocratic and democratic leadership styles is what? Transformational leadership. Now, transformational leadership is a form of leadership that centers around creating that enabling environment for people to bring in their inspiration, for people to bring in their creativity. Transformational leadership is also focused on enabling people to grow, enabling people to transform, enabling people to move from one level of competence to another. Then we have the fourth type of leadership, which we will call the servant leadership. In the servant leadership, you prioritize the needs of the members of the team or the members of the group and help them develop to succeed. So a servant leader serves the people, serves their interest. There is also that time that you're going to come in that organization where the leadership needed to look out for the interest of the people. Of course, in many occasions, we want to look out for the interests of the organization. We want to look out for the interests of the team. We want to look out for what is for the interests of the business. But there is that time that will come that we need to wear the garment of servant leadership and look out for the interest of the people and serve the team members, so that the team members can in return serve the overall interest of what? Of the overall interest. The number 5 is what? Laissez-faire leadership system. Laissez-faire leadership system is a leadership that offers freedom to team members, allowing them to take what? Initiative and responsibility for their work. Now, in laissez-faire leadership style, we give people projects and we allow them without any precise instructions or precise prescriptions on how to carry out those roles. We allow them to do it. We watch them, we monitor them, and then we guide them. But for the creativity of it, we leave them to do the creativity themselves. We lead them to innovate ways to solve the problem. Like I've mentioned, understanding the leadership styles helps you to refine your approach and adapt to different situations. So these various leadership styles that you have mentioned enable you to adapt to different situations. You employ the appropriate leadership styles when it is required. Your leadership success is going to depend on your ability to adapt these leadership styles when it is most required. If you bring in autocratic leadership when democratic leadership is required, you are going to fail. If you bring in transformational leadership when democratic leadership is required, you are going to fail. If you bring in laissez-faire when transformational leadership is required or when servant leadership is required, you are also going to fail. So as a leader, it is important for you to understand these various styles of leadership and employ them when necessary. Now, let's talk about discovering your leadership strengths via self-assessment. It is important as a person that you understand your leadership strength. And to do so, you need to assess yourself. And to assess yourself, I would like you to ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what qualities make you a strong leader? What are the qualities that enable you to be a leader? What are the qualities that gives you the strength to be a leader? You need to identify them. Number 2, how do you handle challenges and conflicts? When there are challenges, when there are conflicts, there are issues, how do you handle them? How do you respond? Do you respond or you react? Number 3, how do you inspire and motivate others effectively? What are the things that you can do? What are the ways you have employed over the years that enables you to inspire people and enable you to motivate other people? And then lastly, how do you communicate your vision and your goals? What are the various means that you can use to employ or that you have employed in the past? This is critical because asking yourself these questions exposes you to your strengths and to your weaknesses. And from here, you can begin your leadership journey. Now, don't forget that leadership is an evolving journey that requires continuous self-improvement, learning, and adaptability. Right? That if you believe that you are a leader, whether you are in leadership position or not, there is a need for continuous self-improvement. You need to continuously improve. on your emotional skills, on your people skills, on your proficiency, on your capability. You need to improve on all ranks. Then you need to continuous learning, and then you also need to adapt and do so very, very quickly. Now, by understanding what leadership truly means, recognizing different leadership styles, which is what we have done in this session, and assessing your strengths, you can begin developing the foundational skills needed to become an effective leader. And I want to believe that in this first session, we have been able to guide you on this path. Now, in the next session, we are going to be exploring how to create a strong leadership vision, how to develop strategic thinking, and how to make an impactful decision that drives success. Thank you very much for joining this session. See you in the next session.
Hi there. Thank you for choosing to participate in our workshop. We're thrilled to have you on this learning journey with us. If you just came across this video online or on our channel, you can access all the workshop videos on our website at jomorc.com or on our YouTube channel at Jomo Mentorship. Looking to take your skills to the next level? Explore a wide range of in-depth courses at elearn.jomorc.com. Here's a glimpse of what we offer. Number 1, digital marketing fundamentals. Number 2, website optimization and marketing. Number 3, search engine marketing. Number 4, social media marketing. Number 5, content marketing. Number 6, email marketing. Number 7, digital analytics and reporting. Number 8, mobile marketing. Number 9, online reputation management. Number 10, artificial intelligence in digital marketing. Number 11, content creation and copywriting. And finally, number 12, affiliates and CPA marketing. Whether you prefer learning remotely or at your own pace, we've got you covered with flexible and engaging learning experience. Visit elearn.jomorc.com today and start building the future you deserve.